Hi folks, my name is Prastal. I'll be just introducing to you what will be the application programming interface. This is a term which is widely used in software industry. Before going and exploring what this is exactly, let me just explain something, right? So software is often softwares are very complex, and the whole software will be divided into small components, right? If it is a desktop application or something which is locally running on a board or a embedded application or something, then the whole software will be divided into components, libraries, okay, libraries which is designed for specific purposes, maybe a timer library or something like that, right? So, and there will be clients using these libraries, integrating and using the functionalities. One analogy, what I can put forward here is that, see, in your home there are many appliances, electrical appliances, right? Like fan is there, light is there, but you will not be knowing about how it will be working, the details about the working of the fan, or you won't be knowing anything. All you need to know is how to switch on the fan uh, with a switch, electrical switch, or if you have a refrigerator, the same is the case. You will be having some controls to control the temperature of the refrigerator, and so on, right? So same is the case in software development aspect also. So there will be components in software. Big software will be divided into small functional components, and each component will be taking care of that focused functionality. For example, a timer library knows how to set registers for the timer, uh, and how to configure the registers and things like that. But client which is using the library, right, it will not be knowing, uh, it will be having some functions to invoke, just like that, so that the timer gets configured initially and it will be started, right? So this is the timer library example which I was telling, right? So any, be it any application, right, wherever, if the application requires the rate of change of something, or a rate measurement is needed, then there a timer library is required. And there will be a contract between this library and this application which is using. That is exactly what API provides us. It is a contract, right? It is a definition saying, okay, I'll be giving these functions or things like that. And you can call these functions to do these functions, right? You don't need to know anything more than just this function calls, right? So that is the concept of the API, right? So if you are considering a game, right, a game renders some graphics onto the screen. So the core feature of the game need not know about how things get rendered. That will be taken part. That will be done as a separate component, right? And it may be implemented as a library, which this game can directly integrate and call these functions, right? Or it will be another binary also. Maybe the process-to-process communication can happen. This is also an API, right? Um, a defined standard for how things will be like provided, I mean, and how it will be used, right? That is what is API essentially. It is it is a very simple concept. It is not a very very difficult thing to understand. So whenever there are components and they are speaking to each other, you call, okay, I'm using these APIs or this API from this library, something like that, right? Now, when it comes to web APIs, right, there will be individual services or program running on the server side, and there are various ways for a client or another service to communicate with that um, another service, right? So these there are various ways like REST API, SOAP, GraphQL API. These are all various ways uh, or methods. Maybe you can call it a language, right? Not a language. It is kind of different methods of doing stuffs, right? Essentially, APIs, whichever way you are doing, API is essentially the same thing, right? It is a contract between provider and a consumer, right? Let me quickly go through a program, right? I have a program here. It's a simple C program. We are having a main function, right? And you see here, I am using stdio.h. That is library header file, right? Stdio.h is provided by libc, right? Which is already there in my system. So if I compile this program, right, uh, gcc minus g minus o call dot c o call, okay. Oh, okay. So here you see a file is generated. This is the executable file. And you see this is a dynamically linked file. That means that during runtime, when I run this program, libc will be loaded into the memory for this program. And this printf, which is coming from this stdio.h or libc, will be utilized. It will be, our program will be calling this API. Printf is essentially the API, right? API call, and it will be calling that library function, and you will get the console output. Console output will be some is and something will be coming. So if you run this, right, you will see, you see sum is 30. This is a very simple program. Just I want to illustrate. So let's see what all libraries get linked to this one. So you can see that libc is here. And if you go into the libc, right? So let me just copy this. Okay. And what we can do is, let's see, let's list all the strings is in this library. Okay. It is a binary file. So this command will be, oh, sorry. So let's list all the strings in this library file to show you that printf is defined in this library, right? Which is dynamically loaded. So let me grep for printf. And grep is nothing but it is searching for this printf in the whole and just filtering out just the printf things. So you can see that in that binary file there are many strings which is starting or contains printf. So basically that proves that something, I mean, printf is defined. I don't need to prove it. Actually, it is all over internet. I mean, or it is already a known thing that. So this is our program using the API printf from a binary from a library to print into the console, right? So that is what API is. It's a very simple thing. Whenever people now say that they are using this API from this library, you should be able to understand. Thank you for watching.